Alrighty, PG-13. This is Delta17, and we are going to take a look at the good guys. Now, these figures are made just phenomenal. I'm loving them. And there is army builders for the line as well, but we'll get into it. Now, Leonitis, this is Sparta! No, this is Delta17! Leonitis is pretty cool. He comes with an M16. And there you go. He has a little dog and a dog dish in his backpack. And yes, the next version will have a dog that can stand. That was discussed in all the videos that I did watch about the line. Now, some of these figures, like I said, they don't fit into the Joe vehicles because they've got a lot of extras. So they might not sit as proper, but I did the videos to show you which vehicles that the figures do fit in. And yes, they do fit in the Tomahawk. So, but they are loaded with extra details, and they're fantastic. They all have swivel wrists. So, you know, it's unfortunate that they don't fit into all G.I.Joe vehicles, but, you know, maybe Steve will fix that in the next wave, or maybe not, because they're going to come up with their own vehicles for the line eventually, and that's just going to be awesome. So Leonitis does have tattoos, well detailed. He does have lots of tattoos, even on his leg. So you can see. And it says, hang loose, buddy. What I'd like to see is Commando. And, you know, we have someone similar. But I'd like to see an Arnold Schwarzenegger sculpt to join Rooster. This is Rooster. Rooster has a radio on his back. And now I think it's supposed to be able to come apart. So you can just put the radio peg maybe in his back. Let's check that out. There we go. So you can just carry a radio if you want. And that's a two-part backpack, which is pretty neat. So, and again, he's got a little knife on the back. It would have been cool if that was removable, but you know, he should have had a little dagger or something on his backpack. That would have been awesome. Kind of like Christelle has. But he is an awesome looking figure. He is the Native American of the line. You know, Spike might have been more befitting, but hey, there's Rooster. And again, you can, you know, these are like similar to modern figures. They're more posable because their hands are swivel. And there's, you know, there's seven figures for the good guys. A total of 12 figures for the line. And again, thank you for the donations, Steve. But like I said, I was loving these figures when I got them. And, you know, just look at this. This weapon is just loaded. It's got extra clips on the weapon. It's got a cool sniper rifle for Preacher. It is fantastic. Even has a little bipod. And his sniper rifle fits in his backpack pretty awesomely. So you can load them up both ways. But, you know, look at the sculpted detail on these figures. Just fantastic. I'm just digging the head sculpt. It's pretty cool. And the figures are pretty tight. I mean, the head might be... That's tight. It's tight enough. But anyways, so his weapons do fit in his backpack. And we're going to just play around with this a little bit, but it does fit in there. And it's pretty secure. Like I said, the legs are not really like loose like some of the other figures from like in the Navy. In the Navy figures, you can't really fit the G.I.Joe backpacks. They're actually super loose. But that is another awesome looking figure. Now we've got Christelle. Again, she's got a cool weapon with a grenade launcher on it. And there's just a little scope as well. But she's got lots of ammo clips all over. And she does have a little knife. Now, you know, the Spetsnaz should have had knives because that's what they're trained in, their knife fighting. There's a little radio on the side. It's not removable. But she does look pretty fantastic. Got a little cool sculpt there with her beret. And the detail is just phenomenal. And I mean, you could like pose them how you like. They're pretty cool. And she is the other female for the line. So there's actually 2 females for the line. One for the good guys, one for the bad guys. Now again, we've got an awesome looking figure here. And oh, Shepard. Almost forgot your name, Shepard. He's got some cool pads on his legs. And he just loaded like with gear. This is for shotgun shells on his backpack there. Look at that high-powered shotgun. Oh. And he's got an awesome, and I don't know, we'll have to look at his box there to find out what type of weapon he's got. But it is a machine gun nonetheless. And his night vision, again, you can take them off, flip the goggles around. We've showed you in other videos. You know, I haven't had as much time to play with my toys. But these are just fantastic. Get some! Hoo-ah! Get some! Get some! So they're nicely sculpted. His backpack only holds 1 weapon, whereas he can hold the other. Woman down! Christelle fell down. And we're getting to know the names. Second nature now. So it is pretty cool. Now, these figures all come with figure stands as well, but we don't use them. These, the Infantry Trooper. Steve sent me 2 more of one of each, and that was just friggin' fantastic. So we have 4, and I'm still planning on buying more anyways in the future, because these are just killer Infantry Troopers. You know, both one light and dark skinned, and they're awesome looking. They all come with a missile launcher, and it is removable. If I can get my fingers in here. I got nails. Oh. We're having technical difficulties. Hold on. I'll have to try to pinch it. I can't get it out. That's what she said. Anyways, the missile is removable, but because of my nails, I can't get it out right now. I gotta trim these things. Damn. Now I could use my teeth. It didn't mark up the missile, so we're good. Anyways, these little missiles come out, and they do have the dumbbell shape, so you can pin them on the backpack. And it has 3. So now all of your troopers have just ample firepower. You know, they can take out tanks. They can take out jets. And they all have a little knife as well, and a cool weapon. Now, a lot of the weapons, even for Joes, if there was like some sort of way to make it, see how the gun is like this? If there was a way that this would angle a bit, then it wouldn't be as, what's the word? Hard on the hands. But you know, this isn't too hard on the hands. The hands are more pliable, and the weapon's made well. And again, there was Punk with Toys. He did say that some of the weapons will fit in the hands of Joes, and well, we'll just see. Look at that. It actually fits. And again, you know, we need some weapons packs for sure, Steve. And thank you, Ken, as well, from Toy Connections. And Ken from Toy Connections, you know, you should be promoting this, even though, I mean, you are the manager for this. You should promote it even more so than everyone else. So Ken, you know, have no shame. Promote your product. You know, Steve put a lot of work into this, and you're helping him. So obviously, you've put a lot of work into this to create these awesome figures and their backstories. And we haven't read the backstories and stuff, but we'll have to leave something for people to discover. And well, I'm not the best to read something out loud. That's for sure. So anyway, thank you Ken and Steve for creating this awesome line, and I am looking forward to more of these figures in the future. But just look at these fantastic figures. They are far superior to the G.I. Joes. I mean, they're just well made, well constructed. Like, these army builders are great. So again, the gas masks, you know, because you have a little bit of nail on your thumb, it's actually easier to get the pegs in the back, so they actually click in nicely. You know, some people say that they're loose, but not really. You have to actually use your nail to try to push them in. And the same goes for something else that I used my nail for. But anyways, we showed you some cool stuff on these figures. These figures are top of the line, and they go for 32 Canadian or 25 American. And what can I say? I'm definitely gonna get more of these for sure. And I'd like to see if I can make some customs as well. But I mean, just look at the skull detail on this mask. That's phenomenal. The helmet does come off as well. I wish they made a rock and roll, you know, the early's Joe 1983 rock and roll with the bullets across his chest, you know, with a heavy duty machine gun like that. I want to see something like that for this line. But his helmet does come off. And again, his night vision, you just invert it and it fits back in here. There we go. And he's ready for action. So this is a fantastic line of figures. 12 in the line, and we're knocking them down. It's dominoes. Again, these Infantry Troopers have a lot of extra detail on them as well. You know, all these figures have great detail. So I do recommend this line to anyone that's getting into it, even if you can only afford so many at a time. But if you do buy all 12 from Steve at Delta17toys.com, just email him. He will give you a deal. Maybe, you know, you pay for the price of 11. If you buy from Cobra Collectibles, you just ask them not to tax you, and again, they might not, you know, they'll take the taxes off. So these figures are definitely affordable and easy to get. And again, you can go to CobraCollectibles.com. And I did have the card here somewhere, but it's in my other videos, so please watch my other videos I've done. Oh, here we go. And Mike, who's been fighting cancer for a while, you know, the more support you can give his family-run business, you know, the better. At CobraCollectibles.com, that's where I do buy a lot of my G.I. Joe vehicles and figures from, as well as on eBay. So again, you know, it'd be nice to help him out. And he does carry all sorts of other collectibles that you might not, you know, that you might need. But anyways,